Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Chris O'Neill.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Chris O'Neill. Welcome to our Ignite session. We have a crew of 11 people who are super pumped and excited to share innovative ideas with you, tech integration, highlight moments, and so on. If you're not familiar with the Inspire or the Ignite format, rather, we have 11 presenters who each have exactly 5 minutes and 20 slides, images, etc., that are going to auto advance. So it makes for a very fun and fast-paced afternoon. So
Hi, I'm Jamie. I'm from Northern Ohio, and I am so passionate about ed tech. I drove here 20 hours with my 6 kids. I know. So I'm really excited to tell you that our classrooms need to change, and I think that it starts with us. Our world is changing, and our classrooms need to as well. You heard all the previous speakers, the keynotes, they told us we need to change, but it starts with us. It starts with you. So you've seen these images and everyone shakes their heads and thinks, oh, the poor kids who have to learn like that. And then we pat ourselves on the back and we think, oh, I'm good. I have a beanbag chair in my room, so I'm cool, right? But it's more than that. It's more than furniture. You can't just buy Febreze and throw a beanbag in the corner. Are you still doing all of the talking? Do you still have a front of the room? Well, sit down and shut up. You already have a job. Let those kids talk. This coffee shop model is a great one for us to follow. Can you imagine if learning could take off the way coffee houses have? Do you know how many we have in the US now? Over 50,000. And there's good reason for that. I bet you visited a coffee house, if not this morning, at least sometime this week. And when you were there, what did you notice? You noticed some soft lighting. You noticed probably a buzz around the room. I know we're in Denver, but sorry. Whoops. We also probably noticed options. There's options where you can sit. You can sit on the couch, you can sit at a table, you can sit by yourself, you can sit with others. We need to have this in our classrooms as well. We should have caves where kids can work alone or camps where they can work together. We need to also offer our children opportunity. When I'm in a coffee shop, I do what I want, and as soon as my time is up, I check my watch and I'm so upset. I'm like, what? I feel cheated, and I complain that it's time to go. We should have our students doing the same. They should complain when it's recess time or when it's time to come home, because they should be so engaged. In our classrooms, if we let students decide what is on, they will tune in. If you're just dishing out things and letting them listen as well, that's not going to do it. You need to have passion in your teaching and let your students have passion in their learning. I found out I was passionate about technology along the way of my 16 years of teaching, and I started a future club. The students that I work with know I am giddy over this club, and I know what they're giddy over. I need to use some teamwork. I told you I was from Northern Ohio, okay? I had to put LeBron on there. I know. So you need to encourage this teamwork in your classrooms. When you're at a coffee shop, you'll see that it's branded, right? Starbucks, everyone knows what that symbol means. Brand your classroom. Cell phones should be out and on. Don't let them, and this is devices too, if you're working with little kids. Right, because these devices cross oceans and connect our world. Don't take that away from kids. How do you feel when someone takes your phone away? I know I feel terrible, I'm like, give it back. We need to practice authenticity. We want kids to feel safe in our classroom. When I go into a coffee shop, I'm a little embarrassed to say this, but they know my order. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, you got the latte, large, great. We should know our kids that well also. We should also be practicing e-reading. Get over the nostalgia. Yes, a book feels great in your hands. I get it. But you know what also feels great in your hands? My cell phone, which connects me to the world and has thousands of millions of books. Coding should be in classrooms. It's in your coffee shop. I bet that cash register app is run on a code. It needs to be in classrooms, and it's not the future, it's now. We need to be teaching coding now, and don't just do hour of code, go beyond that. You need to be having some sort of station in your classroom for creation. If you don't have a maker space yet, throw some cardboard in a corner and boom, you've got one. Great things were made in coffee shops. Have you guys ever heard of Harry Potter? Gaming. You should allow gaming in your classroom. One, it kind of gives you a break because the kids are so obsessed, right? But also they're learning important things in gaming. They're learning to try again until they succeed. And they can even create those games now. Don't block sites. And if it's not up to you, it's up to your administrator, talk to them about how silly this is. When I'm in a coffee shop, I can do whatever I want. It's amazing. I don't bring my kids. Teach kids, don't block. So how do you do this? How do you turn your classroom into a coffee shop? Just make that choice. There's so many options to help you that you just need to take that first step. That's the most important thing. Try something, fail, do it again. And I just want to leave you with a couple of these quotes that you need to do one thing every day that scares you. Teach your kids that as well. Go after it and go boldly and make your classroom look like a coffee shop. Thank you.